Hi everyone, it's Jenny from By Jenny Designs, and I'm very excited to get this tutorial up for you. Today we're going to be making all the pieces here for the bologna or ham sandwich. We've got our bread, our meat and cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickle, and onions. These pieces also work really well with my recently posted patterns of the egg and the bacon. So if you're interested in those patterns, those are posted on my channel as well. But for now, we're going to work through all of these pieces. So let me get this out of the way, and then I'll let you know what you need as far as supplies go. Okay, for this pattern, you are going to need a size H or 5mm crochet hook, a darning needle, a pair of scissors, and then you're going to need a few colors of worsted weight yarn. Now, all these colors are different brands. You just need to make sure it's worsted weight yarn. You're free to use whatever brand, whatever color you want for each piece. Here is my color I'm using for the pickles. I'm going to be using these two for the bread. And then I have my lettuce color, my ham or bologna slice, tomato, onion, and my cheese. Okay, so to start this pattern, we are going to be using our lighter color. Go ahead and make a slip knot. And then for row 1, we are going to chain 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 18. You can double check your count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18. Okay, once you have your chain of 18, we're going to work a half double crochet into the second chain from the hook. So this is our second chain right here. Go ahead and work a half double crochet. And then we're just going to work a half double crochet into each chain all the way across. So I will leave you to go ahead and work your way across, and then I will meet up with you at the end of the row. All right, I'm just working with my last half double crochet for row 1. There we go. When you get to the end of the row, you should have 17 half double crochet across. And now we're going to be repeating what I'm doing for row 2 all the way through row 12. So for rows 2 through 12, we're going to chain 1, turn, and then we're just going to half double crochet into each stitch across. And if you want to make sure that you are working it up correctly, just count your stitches at the end of the row. You should have 17 half double crochet at the end of each row. So I'm going to leave you now to work your piece up to 12 rows. So we have row 1 and 2. You just need to get to row 12, and then I'll meet back up with you. Okay, you should have 12 rows completed now. For row 13, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to slip stitch into our first stitch here, and you want to do this loosely. So slip stitch here. Then we're going to single crochet into our next stitch, half double crochet into our next, double crochet into the next, and now in the next stitch we're going to be working a double crochet and a triple crochet. Both into the same space there. Now in our next stitch, we're going to work a triple crochet and a double crochet. Okay, now in our next stitch, we're going to work a half double crochet. In the next stitch, work a single crochet. In the next stitch, work a slip stitch loosely. Now we're going to work these stitches that we just did in reverse. So we're going to work a single crochet in the next stitch. Then we're going to work a half double crochet into the next stitch. Now we're going to work a double crochet and a triple crochet into the next stitch. In the next stitch, we'll work a triple crochet and a double crochet. In the next stitch, work a double crochet. Half double crochet in the next stitch. Single crochet in the next stitch. And now loosely slip stitch into the last stitch here. Okay, that completes row 13, but now we're going to work a single crochet edge around these three sides of the bread here. So to do that, chain one, and then we're just going to be working one single crochet into the side of each row. So like right here is row 12, we're going to work a single crochet there. Row 11, work one here. Do that all the way till you get down here to the corner. So I'll try and get nice and close here so you can see. Single crochet. And then sometimes you're going to be working through the middle of a half double crochet like here. You don't want there to be any big holes. Okay, so then here's my next row. Now here's my next. Okay, so for my last stitch, I'm going to, instead of working into this half double crochet, I'm going to work into this chain, and this is going to become our corner. So work a single crochet, and then to get around to the other side, we're going to chain one. And you can crochet over this end if you like. And then we're going to single crochet into the same little space here. Just like that. Now go ahead and single crochet all the way across. Almost there. Okay, when you get to your last, what we're crocheting into right now is our beginning chain. So when you get to this last chain here, this is going to become our corner. So single crochet, chain 1, and then single crochet into the same stitch. And that's going to get us over to our other side where we can single crochet into the side of each row. Okay, let's see, one more to work here. And then to end this, we're just going to slip stitch into what would be our first slip stitch of row 13. And then you can just pull through and cut your yarn. And then we're going to go ahead and sew in our ends. If this is your first little piece of bread here that you made, you're going to need to make a second one. See, this is pretty thick. This is a finished slice. This is 2 layers of this together. And then we're going to be single crocheting both of these together to complete one full slice. So if this is the first one that you are working on, you're going to want to go ahead and start the video over and make another one of these, and then come back here and I will show you how to single crochet around to make our crust. If this is your second piece, stay here and I will show you how to do the crust right now. So before we start the crust, we need to sew in all of our ends. I've gone ahead and sewed in all of my ends off camera, but I left this one just to show you. Go ahead and thread your needle with your yarn. And then you're just going to work under your stitches here. And you just need to go back and forth 2 or 3 times. It's up to you. I like to do 3 times with items that are meant for little kids. So here's my second time. Just get my yarn back on the needle there. And I'll go back one more time and then cut my end. There we go. It's nice and tight in there. Cut your end. And then now we can move on to the crust. So while you were crocheting this piece, when you worked row 13 and then you worked around the edge, the side facing you is considered the right side. To complete the bread, we're going to be crocheting these two together, and you want to place the wrong sides facing each other. One way you can tell which is the wrong or right side is just the way the stitches are facing. You can see on the right side here, all these stitches are nice and facing you. On the wrong side, you can't see the top of those single crochet. So this is the right side, and this is the right side. We're going to place the wrong sides together. And then we're going to grab our darker color for the crust and your hook. Go ahead and make a slip knot. And we're going to start by joining to a corner. To join your yarn for the crust, it's easiest to join in a corner space. You're just going to insert your hook where you made that chain 1. Do this into the first piece, and then find your chain 1 in the second piece. And then we're just going to yarn over and pull through both pieces, and then we're going to work a slip stitch. Go ahead and chain 1. And since we're in the corner, we're going to work a single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet again into the same space. And that brings us to this side. And now we're just going to single crochet across, working our stitches through both pieces here. Like so. Insert into the first piece and then the second. Complete your single crochet. Go ahead and work your way across, and I'll meet back up with you when we get to this corner here. Alright, I've single crocheted across, and now I'm to my chain 1 space. So we're going to single crochet, chain 1, and then single crochet all into that same space. And that will bring you around to the next side. And we're just going to continue single crocheting all the way down. Go ahead and work your single crochets until you get over here to this corner, and I will meet back up with you. Okay, I've single crocheted across, working into each of those single crochets that we made on the sides of the rows. So now my next stitch I'll be single crocheting into is the slip stitches we made. So we're going to chain 1 to get us up there without making the piece buckle. So go ahead and insert your hook into those slip stitch spaces on both pieces and work a single crochet. And now we're going to be single crocheting across the top of our bread slice here. But when you get to where you have the triple crochets, you're going to work 2 single crochet into the top of this one, 2 single crochet into the top of this one. I will go ahead and show you. So just continue single crocheting, and some of your stitches might be tight, like this one right here. My single crochet is really tight. There we go. Okay, this is the double crochet. So now I'm here to my first triple crochet, the top of it. So we're going to grab both, work a single crochet, and then just work another single crochet into that same stitch. See, we have 2 there, and now do the same in your next triple crochet. Just like that, and now go back to working just 1 single crochet into each stitch. Okay, now I've made my way to the next triple crochet. Go ahead and work 2 single crochet. There's the first, there's the second into the same stitch. And now we're going to do the same in the top of our next triple crochet. And then back to working 1 single crochet. Okay, this is my slip stitch here. Going to single crochet, then we're going to chain 1, and that will get us around to the next side here. And then we just need to continue single crocheting to the end. Go ahead and work your way to the end, and I will see you there. I'm just working my last single crochet. Now we're going to join with a slip stitch, just like that. Then you can pull it up and cut your yarn. And now you have 1 finished slice of bread. We just need to sew in our ends. Alright, I went ahead and sewed my ends in off camera, but here is a look at the finished slice. I have my 2 slices here for the sandwich. I'm going to set these aside and we will start working on the ham slice. Okay, now working with pink, we're going to get started on our ham or bologna slice, whichever you prefer. We're going to start this by making a magic circle. So I have my working yarn in the left. I'm just going to place my thumb on top of the yarn, wrap the end around my thumb and behind the working yarn. Insert my hook, grab the working yarn, pull through, yarn over to chain 1. Now go ahead and work 8 half double crochet into this circle. Okay, I have my 8, so now I'm going to pull my circle tight. And then you're just going to join with a slip stitch to the first half double crochet you made. Okay, so that's row 1. For row 2, chain 1, and now we're going to work 2 half double crochet into each stitch around. Okay, once you've worked your way all the way around, you should have 16 half double crochet. We're going to join with a slip stitch to the first half double crochet you made. Okay, now for row 3, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to work 1 half double crochet into the first stitch, 2 half double crochet into the second, 1 into the next, 2 into the next, and we're going to repeat that all the way around. So that again is 1 half double crochet in the first, 2 in the second, and then go ahead and repeat that around. So 1, 2, 1, 2. I will see you at the end of the row. Alright, I'm just here at the end of row 3. Join with a slip stitch. Now you should have 24 half double crochet. For row 4, chain 1, and then we're going to be working 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the second stitch, and 2 half double crochet in the third stitch, and we're going to repeat that around. So that again is 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and then we're going to repeat that. So 1 in the next, 1 in the next, and 2 in the next. Continue around and I will see you at the end of the row. Okay, I'm finishing up row 4, going to join with a slip stitch, and your stitch count for this row should be 32. For row 5, chain 1, and now we're going to half double crochet in the first, half double crochet in the second, half double crochet in the third, and then work 2 half double crochet into the fourth. And we are going to repeat that around. So 1, 2, 3, and then 2 in the next. So that again is 1 half double crochet in the next 3, and then 2 in the next. I will see you at the end of the row. Alright, I'm just finishing up row 5. There's my last half double crochet. Now join with a slip stitch. For row 5, you should have 40 half double crochet. Chain 1 for row 6. And now we're going to be working 1 half double crochet in each of the first 4 stitches, and then 2 half double crochet in the next. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 in the next stitch. Continue to repeat that around, so that'll be 1 into the next 4 and 2 into the next. Okay, I'm working up my last stitch here of row 6. Then I'm going to join with a slip stitch. For this row, your stitch count should be 48. And now for our final row, row 7. We are going to half double crochet into the first stitch, half double crochet in the second stitch, work 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to work 1 half double crochet into each of the next 5 stitches. After you've worked those 5, work 2 half double crochet in the next stitch. And then we're going to continue repeating that around. Okay, I'm not quite all the way to the end. I just wanted to hop on here to let you know that you're not wrong if you're ending with less than 5 or you're not ending with 2 here. It's because we had only 2 singles in the beginning. So I'm just working my last increase. And then I have 3 stitches left. So your final stitch count should be 56. Go ahead and join. And I'm just going to pull through. I'm not going to yarn over and make a slip stitch. Now all we have to do is sew in our ends, and I won't do them on camera because I know you probably already know how to sew in ends, and I showed you one when we did the bread. So go ahead and sew in your ends, and then I will see you right back here. Make sure you pull this tight, very important. Alright, I got all my ends sewn in. I will show you it with the bread. So we've done our bread and we have our meat slice. And I have this bread too. There we go. So it's starting to get dark here where I'm at, and that means I'm going to have to wait until tomorrow to finish up the rest of this tutorial, but it will just seem like a few seconds to you. So yeah, we got the bread and the meat done. Okay, good morning everyone. I have here my cheese slice. This is what we're going to be working on next. In the beginning of the video, I showed you the yellow color I was going to use for the cheese, but I have decided to use this golden yellow instead. It just looks a little bit more like American cheese. Okay, so let's get started. This is a really simple pattern. We're going to start by making a slip knot. And then you just need to chain 15. Okay, once you have your 15, go ahead and work a half double crochet into the second chain from the hook. Just like that. And now we're going to work a half double crochet into each chain across. Go ahead and work that up, and then I'll meet up with you at the end of the row. Alright, I've worked my way across the chain. When you get to the end of row 1, you should have 14 half double crochet. And now the next row is going to be repeated for rows 2 through 10. So go ahead and chain 1 and turn. And you're just going to half double crochet into each stitch across. You're going to continue to repeat this until you have 10 rows total. At the end of each row, you should have 14 half double crochet. So I'm going to leave you to work that up until you've completed 10 rows. Okay, I've finished up row 10 here. Now we're going to be working a single crochet edge around the entire piece. So to do that, we're going to chain 1. And then we're going to rotate the piece a little so we can work along this edge. And now all you're doing is working one single crochet into the side of each row here. So we're going to work one here, here, here. We're going to do that all the way across. So like right here, you're going to be going right through the middle of this half double crochet. Just like that, work a single crochet. Then you're going to move to the next row here, work a single crochet. Just continue working your single crochets. Go ahead and work your way to the corner here, and then I'll meet up with you. Okay, I'm just about to the corner. I'm just going to work one more single crochet. And now I'm to the corner here. So this is our first row that we made, which means this is our foundation chain. So after you've worked into the side of each row, go ahead and work a single crochet into this chain here. And then chain 2. Rotate your piece, and then work another single crochet into that same space. Just like that. And now we're going to work one single crochet into each of these stitches all the way across. Go ahead and work your way down to the end, and then I'll meet back up with you. Okay, I've made my way to the next corner here. After you work your single crochet, go ahead and chain 2. Rotate your piece, work another single crochet. And then we're just going to work a single crochet into the side of each row like we did over here. So start right here by going through this half double crochet. Go ahead and work your way to the next corner, and I will see you there. I'm here at the corner now, and I've worked a single crochet into the side of the row. Now I'm going to work a single crochet into the top of this half double crochet right here. Chain 2 and rotate your piece so you can work along our last edge. Work another single crochet into that same space, and now just single crochet across. Okay, this is my last stitch here. Okay, when you make your way to the end, you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to rotate the piece, but you're also working another single crochet into the same stitch. And then you're just going to join right here with our first single crochet we made. And then just pull through. We're not going to work a slip stitch to join. Now you can cut your yarn. And then all you need to do now is sew in your ends. So I'll do that really quick and then I'll be right back. Okay, I've got all my ends sewn in here. So we've done our bread, meat, and cheese. And now I think next we'll go ahead and work on our lettuce. Okay, I have my green yarn ready here. I'm going to be using this brighter color that I used for this piece of lettuce. But this color works really nice too. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a magic circle. Chain 2. And now work 12 double crochet into your circle. Okay, that should be 12, but I'm going to count and double check here. And now, I know I said in the beginning of the pattern, but just as a reminder, we're not counting the chain 2 as a stitch. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. Now when you have your 12, go ahead and pull your circle tight. And now you can join to the first double crochet, not to the chain here, to the top of the double crochet. Join with a slip stitch, chain 2, and now we're going to work 2 double crochet into each stitch around. Go ahead and work your way around, and then I'll meet up with you at the end of the row. Just working up my last double crochet of row 2. Go ahead and join with a slip stitch. For row 2, you should have 24 double crochet. For row 3, we're going to be repeating what we did for row 2. We're just going to work 2 double crochet into each stitch around. Go ahead and work your way around, and I'll see you at the end. I'm finishing up row 3 here. When you've made your last double crochet, go ahead and join with a slip stitch. For this row, you should have 48 double crochet around. And now for our final row, row 4, we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to be working a repeat of 4 double crochet in this first stitch here, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochet in the next, and we're going to repeat that around. So we're going to do 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2. So let's go ahead and working in our first stitch here, make 4 double crochet. So we have 4 in our first stitch there. In our next stitch, we're going to work 3. There's our 3. Now we're going to work 2 in the next stitch. Go ahead and continue to repeat that around all the way until the end, and then I'll see you at the end of the row. Okay, I just have 1 more double crochet to work here. And that brings me to the end of row 4. Go ahead and join with a slip stitch. And now you should have 144 stitches for row 4, but this pattern is pretty forgiving, and if you're off by a few, it's no big deal as long as you're happy with the ruffling that you got to make your lettuce. Okay, so go ahead, yarn over and pull through. You can cut your yarn. Alright, now go ahead and sew your ends in, and make sure you're pulling this magic circle tight before you sew your end in. Alright, I have finished sewing in my ends on my little piece of lettuce here, so we can add it to the sandwich now. We've worked up 4 parts of the sandwich so far. We have 3 more little patterns to work up together. We have a tomato, pickle, and onions, and I think next we're going to go ahead and work up our tomato slice. Okay, on to the tomato. Have my red yarn here. And now this pattern starts with a magic circle. Chain 2. And then we're going to work 12 double crochet into the circle. Okay, I think that's my 12. Now your stitch count does matter in this pattern, so I'm going to double check and make sure I have 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Your chain 2 does not count as a double crochet. Go ahead and pull your circle tight and then join to the first double crochet right here. Join with a slip stitch. Okay, so for row 1 you should have 12 double crochet. For row 2 we're going to start by making a chain of 5. And now in this row the chain does count as a stitch. This is going to count as a triple crochet and 2 chains. So now make a triple crochet into the same first stitch as your chain. Okay, now in the next stitch, we're going to work a triple crochet, chain 2, and another triple crochet. We're going to be repeating this around. So there's my triple crochet, chain 2, and then make another triple crochet into the same space here. Go ahead and repeat that around, and then I'll meet up with you at the end of the row. I'm just working up my last triple crochet here. And now for this row, you should have 24 triple crochets, including your chain here, and you should have 12 chain 2 spaces. Go ahead and join with a slip stitch to this 4th chain. Just like that. And now we're going to be working half double crochets all the way around. You're going to start by chaining 1, and then you're going to work a half double crochet in this first stitch here. And then you'll work 2 half double crochet over your chains, and then just 1 half double crochet in the top of each of your triple crochets. So I'm at a chain space, I'm going to work 2 half double crochet, and then I'm right here with my triple crochets, just work 1 in the top of each. Chain space, I'm going to work 2. Go ahead and repeat that around. Okay, I'm just working my last stitch of row 3 here. Don't mind my mess here, I had a weird knot in my yarn. Okay, so work this last stitch. And you should have 48 half double crochet in this row. Okay, now you can join with a slip stitch. And now to make this tomato a little bit less flimsy, see, you can see how this one is less flimsy, a little bit thicker looking on the edge. We're just going to work a slip stitch all the way around. So to do that, go ahead and just insert your hook into this next stitch here. Yarn over, pull through your loop. Go into the next. Go ahead and repeat this all the way around, and then I'll meet back up with you at the end of this row. Okay, I'm about to make my last slip stitch here. And now you're just going to slip stitch to the first slip stitch you made. I hope that's getting on camera there. This one right here. Nope, I can see it's blurry. There we go. right here. So you have like a little tiny gap here where we joined, and then you have the first slip stitch that you made. And then we're just going to pull through. You can go ahead and cut your yarn. And now you're good to sew in your ends. Here's our tomato all finished up with all the ends sewn in. Okay, and coming up next, we're going to work up the little pickles. Okay, I have my dark green yarn here. This is what I'm using for my pickles. You can use any color green that you like. I realize this color is going to be kind of hard to see on camera, but it's the easiest pattern ever. Go ahead and make a magic circle. Chain 1 and work 9 half double crochet into your circle. Okay, that should be 9, and we are not counting the chain 1 as a stitch. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay. Now you're going to pull your circle tight and then join with a slip stitch to your first half double crochet. And now for row 2, our final row, we're just going to chain 1 and work 2 half double crochet into each stitch around. Go ahead and work your way around, and then I'll meet up with you for the join. Once you've gone all the way around, you're just going to join with a slip stitch to your first half double crochet here. And for this row, you should have 18 half double crochet. Go ahead and yarn over, fasten off. It's as simple as that. Pretty easy. So now you just need to sew in your ends, and then we will continue on with the onion. Okay, let's move on to our very last part of the pattern, which is the onions. I have a couple made up already, so I just need to make one more on camera since I've got the 2 sandwiches going. This one here is made with 40 single crochet. This one was made with 30, and this one is made with 25. So you can make your onion any size you wish. I'm going to go ahead and make another big one here, so I'll make one with 45. To start this pattern, you want to leave a really long end before your magic circle. So leave about 12 inches and then make your magic circle. Go ahead and chain 1 and then loosen up your circle so that it's a good size. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to be working our single crochet into this circle. About every 10 to 15 stitches, we're going to be stopping to push the stitches together so they're nice and tight, but I'm going to work through the whole thing with you. So a single crochet. Okay, I've got 15 here. You can see how it's starting to twist. We're just going to push our single crochet together so that they're more tight. And then we'll just continue on. Try and make sure your end here doesn't get too twisted as you're working over it. Okay, so that was 15. Funny. Okay, I'm at 30. We're going to push the stitches together again. And then I'm also going to tighten my circle a little bit because I only need to fit 10 more single crochet in here. There we go. Okay, so 10 more single crochet. And 40. Okay, when you get to the end, you might need to tighten your stitches together again. Pull the circle tight. Now you don't want to pull the circle so tight that you start getting little bulges in your onion. But you also don't want it to be so loose that you have a gap. Okay, go ahead and join to your first single crochet of the row. And do not fasten off. I'm just going to make sure that my circle is nice and circly. Pull it a little bit tighter. And you can, don't be afraid to loosen them up if you have to. Okay, so the final part of this onion is we're going to be working a slip stitch all the way around, just like we did on the tomato. So you're just going to go under the next immediate stitch, because right now our yarn is in this stitch. Now we're going to come over here and work a slip stitch. Don't work them too tightly either, but we're just going to continue to do that all the way around. Slip stitch in each stitch. Go ahead and work your way around and I'll see you at the end of the row. Okay, I've worked my way around with slip stitches. Now I just need to join to this first slip stitch. And then we're just going to pull through. We can cut our yarn. And then you just need to sew your ends in. All right, all my ends are sewn in here on the onion. Just going to add it to the sandwich, and that completes the entire pattern. Thank you so much for watching and crocheting along with me.